Hello and welcome back to another episode of Uwotcast. I'm your co-host, Jake Callanan. That's Jake.Callanan on Instagram. And with me here is my co-host, Ollie May. That's Ollie_Ventures Metal on Instagram. And in the corner, the tech guy as usual, Richard Taylor. That's OJ Roach on Instagram. We are back, baby.
Catching you out and keeping you on your toes.
You keep taking a really big inward breath. Like you're going to say something. And I don't know what you're going to say.
It's my thing to do for the week.
For the week?
It's my new thing that I do.
Hold your breath for a week.
No. So it's when someone comes up to talk to me, and then before as soon as they start, you go, and then they go do it back. They instantly go like that back, and then like they don't know what you're about, and then you're both looking at each other like, and you're both going.
Yeah. It reminds me of like that meme where it's like saying pussy or where it's like pussy or like that. Like, I thought you were going to do a big like.
It's like what
bits.
we do. It's what we do. Yeah, what we do in the band.
Bits.
We always say you can't hold a bit. Like you just can't. So like no matter how long you go. Like we usually for some reason me and the drummer can't decide when this thing started, but we shout bits at each other or like sing a bit or someone fell over. We go bits like that or something like that. And we make a joke where it's you wouldn't hold a bit, and usually we can't. It's not as funny when John's not here. I think we're going to have to talk about it when we're with John.
I think you need John.
Yeah, because John's the context, really.
I feel like that is the case.
Like it's funny when you're there.
So yeah, how's your week been?
Been solid.
Leading up to, yeah?
It's been solid. I've been busy all week. Graduations were outside my door.
Graduations? Oh, you mean like people are graduating uni outside where you live?
Yeah, so lots of families. Everyone's happy though. They're all good, like friendly guests. They're all nice.
That's good.
Not all assholes and shit.
No.
Yeah,
That's good.
It's nice.
I find myself riding to work like down the cycle lane on my little scooter, and like everyone's like graduating, taking photos, but stood next to the curb, facing away from the road. So like I'm in loads of people's graduation photos, just zipping past like as they fly past because I'm like in the background.
I'm there having a fag in mine, not in these ones, like in the lot.
Just ruining them.
Yeah,
just ruining them photos.
There, I was just in the background having a cig.
Yeah. Did you watch the? We film a little behind of real time, so we are now. You won't see us reacting to the World Cup final.
I think
until after the fact. We're like 4 weeks ahead.
I think we're 4 weeks ahead.
So like it will get released at such a point that it will be after.
We took the face swell hiatus.
Yeah, both of our faces swelled up for different reasons. See the previous episode. We'll it's on our YouTube channel.
We're not talking about it again. We
both had swollen faces. So because we took that time off, we've shortened our distance between when we film and what you actually see. But we're now reacting to the World Cup final, which happened yesterday.
Yeah.
And this episode won't come out for about 4 weeks. So you might be over it by then. But although we lost, I had a really nice evening because I was really stressed about what I was going to do for it. Because I was like, oh, I'll just watch it at home. And then I thought, if I'm going to watch it and it's a final and it goes off, I want to be around people. But then, like, no one was really doing anything. And my mate David was like, I think I'm going to go to, like, what's it called? The Carlton Club in Wally Range. So I was like, okay. But David's really chill. And I'm a bit like, I want to know what we're doing because if this fails, if it's too busy, we won't have time to think of it. Like, we need to kind of get there early, not just turn up cash and then not get in. And then where do we watch it on our phones? Like, I didn't want that to happen. And we got there and there was like 60 people in a queue outside a Ramo place. Yeah. And then David's like, oh yeah, it's 1 in, 1 out, innit? It'd be fine. I'm like, 1 in, 1 out. Who's leaving? This is the most stay till the end type thing that there is. Like, it's the World Cup. If you turn up and like, oh, it's just started. Yeah, I'm going to go make some food. Like, you're definitely going to watch the fucking match. Yeah. So then we were like wondering what to do. And then David was like, oh, we could maybe go to like Yes and like try and get in there. But then he was like messaging people. And I was like, why don't we just get an Uber to Yes now? Because if the Yes thing doesn't work out, there's like 8 different places around us we could watch it. Whereas if we wait to get in here and we don't get in, we still have to get back from Wally Range.
The politics of getting
it was just because the time was running out. It was 7:15, kick off at 8, and I'm like, what are we doing? And David's like mates rang him from inside, and he was like kind of just chatting to them, like, yeah, you know, and I'm like, dude, talk to them in a minute, let's make a decision. So then we like left the queue, and then we were like walking to go get a taxi, and David was like, should we just jump the fence? And I was like, I don't know, man. Like, I feel like they'll be on that, the security, because like we were only like 4 or 5 meters away from where we were queuing. Like, you could see everyone that was queued up, and the security guard was kind of tucked in a little bit because it was like the entrance. Like, it's like a car park entrance sort of thing. It's like, we're definitely not going to get away with that. But then David just started doing it. So I was like, okay. So we just jumped over the fence, climbed this fence and jumped over it. It wasn't even that high. It was like a chain link fence on a wall.
Yeah.
I cut all my leg up, but not too bad. And then he jumped over and then just walked out. And there was like this grassy bit no one was chilling on because it wasn't near any of the screens. And we just clearly emerged from the trees and walked over. No one said anything. Got in. It didn't cost to get in, so I didn't feel like I got in that badly. But there was a queue of like 60 people and we just bolstered in. It was great. And then we queued for like 45 minutes for beers. But I was like, oh, I'm definitely going to get like 3 pints because that's all I'll want to have during this whole match. But like, I'm not going back to the bar again. But then I got the 3 pints like in like plastic glasses and I've come out. David's mates has got us somewhere to watch the screen. We've gone there and the screen's pretty far away, but like we're stood up, which is fine. I don't expect to have a seat at this point, but it's like, there's also no table area or anything to put anything down. So I was like, shit, I've got 3 beers in the triangle formation. You know, that famous hold your beers thing and nowhere to put them down. So I was just sipping each beer of the 3. I basically drank 3 pints like collectively.
Fucking hell.
And then eventually I started to finish 1 off so I could hold 2. Then I asked some nice guy let me put my beer on his table. But then they had one of them like tables with the chairs attached to it, like a bench at a pub bench, a circular one. And I figured out because they were dead nice. This guy and his girlfriend and his mates, one of the things was free. That no one was using it. So I was like, can I stand on that? And they were like, yes. Yeah. So I stood up and I was like 2 foot taller than I normally am. And I could see everything. And it was like, I could see above everyone's heads. I could see, no, there was this tall guy in front of me before I did that. And he was really moving around like, oh yeah, being really silly. And I was like, every time you turn your head, I can't see anything. So I stood on this stool thing. I could see the whole thing. And I was saying to David, this is why I get so stressed when we come to these large events. Because if you're at my normal height, it's well like overstimulating. Like, oh, there's people everywhere. But as soon as you're like above it all, it's like, this ain't so bad. Like, so yeah, I had a great, I think the whole time stood on the bench.
You just need to get taller, mate. Drink some
milk. I drink loads of milk. Drink your mum's titty milk all the time.
Didn't
Still short.
Enough, mate.
Don't that procedure from South Park.
Yeah, bro. Get your balls put in.
Apparently, you can actually get your shins done. I saw this. I just saw this. No, I didn't look into this, but like, it just came up on like Reddit and like some guy. But it takes like 8 years because like you have to heal and it's really dangerous and like it can fuck your life up. But this guy got basically became like a foot tall. No, like 3/4 of a foot taller because he got his like shins done.
Not worth it for 8 quid.
I just don't. I'm not insecure about my height at all. It's just impractical sometimes. Because I was saying that to the guy next to me. I was like, I've not got short man syndrome. It's just more like. It would be, there's perks to being taller that I just don't get, and I'm fine with that. But then sometimes, like this time, it's really great to be standing above everybody else because I can just see the fucking thing I want to see.
See, I was smart, bro.
Did you even watch it?
I went to a house party instead.
Yeah.
It was way more chilled. I had a sofa. I had a place to smoke my zoot. I had a place to put my beer, mate.
Did you watch the game though?
I didn't have to wait 45 minutes to open it either. Yeah, of course I watched the game. What do you think I was doing?
Well, you said I went to a house party instead, so I didn't know if that included the game.
Why would they throw in a house party on a Sunday night?
Well, it's people do. Don't know, they do.
No, they don't.
Working in hospitality, as you do, not every Saturday is Saturday for people.
Yeah, so I went to, it was a pretty sick fucking flat as well.
Mm.
Yeah, it was good.
Well, yeah, that option wasn't on the cards for me. Like, if you'd not saying you should have invited me, because how would you have known to?
What
I mean is like,
anyway.
Yeah, but I mean like, if I'd known that was an option, let's say, I'm not even saying it was because they may not have wanted me there. I don't know whose party it was, but if it was an option on my table, it definitely would have been heavily considered. But I just didn't know what else the plan was. I thought you were still watching it in Salford, like in that wherever you said that pub.
I was gonna go Dockyard in Salford, but I didn't want. I had. I don't know. I had this instinctual feeling that being in the bar was not going to be it. Just wasn't going to be it. And then
I know what you mean.
And I went to the house party instead, and obviously we lost. And I was sat there like, I'm so glad I'm not in a fucking bar right now.
It was good in the bar though, because like when they scored, I got a video of it. It was like crazy.
Yeah, no, but it was like that at the house party. There was about fucking 15 of us.
Yeah.
So the atmosphere was good.
And then when Spain made it 2-1 right at the end, I realized that the screen around the corner with people sat in front of it was ahead of our screen by a few seconds, which meant that if like we got the ball and we were heading towards the box and what was going to happen, you'd hear the other screen guys go like, so you'd know nothing was going to happen. So
that'd be fucking doing.
It wasn't amazing, but you could ignore it. It wasn't really obvious.
Nah, it would have not. I wouldn't be able to ignore it.
But then I
had to have moved over.
So then I got live score up on my phone, and
that's
thought
even worse.
No. I just know because I thought, what if our TV's behind? Wouldn't it be interesting to know beforehand? And I kept refreshing it, and literally we were just playing in the middle of the pitch, just normal going on. And I just refreshed it, and it said 2-1 Spain. So the guy next to me who had like met and made friends with him, I just showed him it like that, and he was like, "What?" And then suddenly, yeah, they scored, and everyone was like, "Fucking hell." But I was thinking, like, if we won this, this place is gonna go off so hard. I don't think I'll be going home for hours. So I was meant to be seeing someone afterwards, and I was like, I don't think I'm gonna message her and say I'm not coming. I don't think because it's just like I feel like. I don't know. I feel like it that hasn't happened since the '60s, like that kind of.
It hasn't.
No.
So it's like never won the Euros.
Never won the Euros at all. Never won a championship of that scale as a country, anyway. In my lifetime.
Do you know who it was? Do you know what it was?
In my mum's lifetime.
Do you know what it was?
Mum's lifetime. Yeah. What?
It was fucking Harry Kant being on the team, mate. Harry Kant fucking finished, bro. He played dog shit the whole fucking game, bro.
Well, to be fair though, we did kind of get where we got to based on like really convenient matchups, and like we didn't play that great. We played better last game, but not great. And then the better team beat us. Spain were a better team. The better team won. We played well. We played well to stand against them. We didn't embarrass ourselves. We played a decent game of football, but we just got beat.
No, just certain players didn't put the fucking shift in. That's what it was. It was certain players, Harry Kane, right, that didn't put the fucking work in, basically.
And also, like,
he just walked around the pitch, man.
Yeah.
It was fucking infuriating watching him.
Yeah.
He's a fucking. It's
over now.
He's Arsenal. He's Arsenal. He is.
Is he Arsenal?
Chokes at last minute. Every single fucking time.
Well, it's over now. See him in 2 years.
They should have won. But whatever.
2026 is the World Cup, right?
Yeah. We'll see how that goes as well.
Yeah.
See if Southgate's still in charge.
Yeah. I wanted us to win because I wanted to make that meme of like England won the Euros before GTA 6 came out. Like, because everyone's making memes about how long GTA 6 is taking to come out. So we managed to actually win the Euros before that even happened, but not anymore.
The meme for me was like England winning on German soil again.
Yeah, that's true.
Like 80 years later.
That's true. It would have been cooler. It would have been cooler if it was Germany that we were facing.
It would have been it would have been fucking sick.
Yeah.
But, it is what it is.
It is what it is. Anything else new from your week that you've done?
I watched. I made my way through the whole of Mr. Robot in 1 week.
I think I went to start watching that, but I haven't watched it.
It's one of
I've seen a clip.
It's one of the most fantastic series on the planet. The writing in it, insane.
I'll have to watch
the aesthetic of it.
I've seen a clip where he
filmed.
I've seen a clip where he like is in some guy's restaurant and he like finds out he's like a pedophile. That's
like literally the first 5 minutes of the fucking
even so, it's the clip I've seen. It's the clip I've seen, and I thought that show looks good. And then I can't remember why I never got around to watching it, but I will. It's on Prime, isn't it?
Yeah, the acting in it, incredible. Like,
oh wait, where did you watch it?
I watched it on Prime, obviously.
Did you? Because it's not that then. There's a show that used to be on Prime I went to watch, and it's been taken off Prime, but it won't be that then if you've watched it.
No.
There was something that's been taken off.
It was that good, and it had an ending that fitted it.
Cool. Well, I'll watch it. How many seasons is it?
4.
Did you watch all 4 of them?
All 4 in a week, mate.
Bro.
I got it in. I was doing stuff in the background, but I watched it all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I smashed the fuck out of it. Yeah. It was good. And then my sister, she bought me Armored Core Rubicon.
Oh, yeah.
And that is such an ADHD stimulating game.
That's the latest one, isn't it?
Yeah. You just throw in rockets.
Is that the latest one?
People. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Where you can like customize your robot really.
You can not just customize. You can fuck around with it as much as you want, dude.
Yeah, I've watched full like hands-on reviews and stuff like that. I've seen it.
Fuck, man, it's just such a stimulating game. You just go around throwing rockets at everything, dude.
Yeah.
Slashing shit.
Yeah, I'd play that. I
made a build where it's just balanced. It's just like he's just a Wayne Rooney. Just go around slashing shit and throwing rockets, bro.
Wayne Rooney.
Yeah. Got an artillery arm.
I am Wayne Rooney.
Just getting about everywhere.
Yeah.
He's not even like the tallest or the shortest. He's just like there in the middle.
Just the middle guy.
Doing bicycle kicks all over the
I've been playing Resident Evil 4.
Ooh.
Really enjoying it. It's really good. I haven't played it much though, I'm not gonna lie. No. I watched you go for the platinum and no. I don't think that's also it's not necessarily that it's so much harder than the old one. It's that they probably have made it harder, but it's like I got so used to the old one that difficulty didn't seem to be an issue. I just shoot them all in the head and then move on, and I'd be tactical with what I use my ammo for because I know exactly the least amount of ways to kill something. But now it's just way harder to just shoot them in the head. Like, I know it could be that my skill has slipped a bit, I guess, but it's because it's a whole new, from the ground up game. It is the same locations, it is the same story, it is the same thing, but it's also like, no, it's way more next gen, way more
new animation.
Yeah, everything. So like, I'm trying to just go like, right, I'll shoot him in the head. But then also like I'm thinking, oh, shoot you, then you're gonna come at me, and they seem to run at you quicker. The way that when the pitchforks run at you, it just seems so like fuck it. I'm like constantly like fucking the bit where you first go to that village, and then you have to like fuck about, and then the bell gets rung. That was actually I thought it'd be like it used to be after I played Resident Evil 4 for 2005 quite a bit, where I'm just sat there like, yep, through the window, up the ladder, and but when I did it, it was like, fuck, this way, like it was proper like I had to like. I think what happened was I died one time because I thought I'd killed the chainsaw guy and I hadn't. No, that wasn't it. I thought I'd killed. Yeah, I thought I killed the chainsaw guy. Went to finish him. Forgot a different zombie came up behind me, grabbed me, and then he got up and just literally sliced me down. So when I did it again, I had to sit there before I clicked go again and go like, okay, so what am I gonna do? Like, what's the plan? It was actually quite intense. But I love that though. Like, I love like it feeling like not real, but feeling like a real stressful situation that you have to actually. Because games where I coast, it makes you feel good about your ability or your knowledge of the game. But when you actually feel like it's just a great remake, man. It feels like instead of just playing the section of the town that I remember of that story, I'm actually trying to fight my way out of a fucking village, and I have to strategize. Like I can't just gun them all down. I have to like figure out which ones to kill, where to go, whether I should maybe I should get them all to come up the stairs and bottleneck them and use a grenade. But then also I know I can jump out the window.
Like playing an RTS on the actual difficulty it's supposed to be played on.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I swear down, no one plays an RTS first time through on like the normal difficulty.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't be asked trying to figure out a strategy.
Yeah.
I picked up Iron Harvest again recently. Do you remember when we were younger, right? And there was these. Or like it was stuff like 2009, and it was the kind of like the first kind of artworks that got sent like shared around Facebook, where it was like an alternate universe World War II, and it was paintings, but it was of these mechs, like really sick 1920s style mechs, like this tall one with a fucking gun with a bayonet.
I vaguely remember that.
Yeah, no, you will. It will hit you. You will see one of those pictures and go, no way. And they made a fucking game based on those paintings.
Oh, fair.
Cool. And that's Iron Harvest, right? And it's amazing. They've got fucking like Germany, Poland, fucking all this shit, but they've all got their own different mechs, all different abilities and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And the storyline's really good. They've added like a really good storyline. Animation's really good. The fucking studio that made it is small as well, but it's a damn good strategy game.
Well, that's it. Yeah, like it's just fun when you feel like you're in a real situation trying to problem solve. But with strategy games, it can become very like it's all about a plan. Like I don't know. I felt like when I was playing Resident Evil, it was like because I played the others before that just as a refresher. I didn't even know I was going to be playing 4, but I just did 2 again, and as Leon, which is nice because it felt like I went back to Leon again with 4. Then did 3, and they are even though I'd done 2 before when it first came out on like Xbox One, I think it had it, and now it's got a PS5 version. Did that was fine. Like I breezed through that. But then 3, even though it was new, because I hadn't never played 3, because I just didn't want to buy it, because it's quite a short game. That's now on PS Plus, and I played through 3, and that was still a bit of a doddle, because I knew the mechanics, it was very similar to 2. I knew that, like, okay, there's zombies here, okay, I get chased here, okay, this is the way to go. Puzzles are puzzles. And then with 4, though, even though 4 is the one I'm most familiar with, like, the original version of it, but it still feels the hardest, which is kind of nice, because it's like, it's a real challenge. I'm only playing it on normal mode, but it's like, I can and will die if I don't think on my feet.
My kind of Halo 2.
Yeah.
Halo 2 is like the hardest game to do on Legendary.
Yeah.
Like,
I guess, yeah. I did consider playing it on hard to start with. But
yeah,
I just thought,
like, do you know
if you find yourself getting stressed, you won't know if that's just the remake or the difficulty you've chosen.
Yeah.
So go with normal for the full-on intended experience. And then if you like it that much, you can play it on hard. It's just a bit annoying because if I like it that much and I complete it on normal, I'd rather play it on that super hard difficulty you unlock by doing it on hard. Isn't there one more you unlock? Professional, that's it. So I'd rather do normal than professional, not normal, hard and professional, and not hard and professional. So that's a bit annoying. But
you don't want to like ease up the hardness.
I think they should do it, even though I know it's how this is the way they've done it now is how they used to do it, and it's fine. It's worked forever. They really should do it. Is if you complete the game on anything except easy, you unlock professional. Because obviously someone's picked normal and not hard, but when you completed it, then you get to decide whether you want to do it harder or really harder, instead of it being like hard unlocks professional. Do you know what I mean? That old game thing where if you do it on the hardest difficulty we give you, you unlock a new harder one to do it.
Yeah, that's how Helldivers work.
Yeah, like how Helldivers work, exactly. But I also think with some games, Let me complete it once as it's meant to be intended, and then I don't want to do it 3 times. That's what I'm saying. Unless you're going for the platinum, in which case you have to do it about 4 times.
Well, yeah.
If you do it in the way where you follow the guide,
I guess it's different when you have to play through a whole game, but with Helldivers, you have to just do like you have to play like one playthrough of like a mission.
Yeah.
And that's like 45 minutes.
I was thinking I was going to buy that when I last had some money, but I was busy so much that by the time I'd done everything I need to do, bought everything I need to buy, spent stuff, it didn't feel like the purchase I wanted to make.
It's still going.
Yeah,
of course it is. There's still hundreds of thousands.
There's loads of apparently the content that they're looking to add. Like it's not been confirmed that they're doing this specifically, but that's the roadmap in their heads is to add like new enemies and new planets. It's just not happened yet because it's going so well.
When you go on the main map and you look at the galaxy map,
yeah, you can go out.
There's there's a circle shape, but it's only filled half of it with just the automatons, yeah.
Automatons.
And the fucking alien motherfuckers, right?
Like,
and then,
are they like cryptoids? I don't even know. I've only seen people play
honestly,
it.
bro, I just point and shoot. I don't care, bro.
If it moves, shoot it.
About the details, bro.
Yeah.
And then there's like room for another half to like at least 2 more new whole species that we've got to fight.
Yeah.
There's still room for like expansion on that game.
Yeah, defo.
And I reckon they'll probably sell it as DLC.
Yeah.
Which I'm not mad about either because it gives you so much.
Or like it's like a paid update because it's like a live service game, isn't it? So it'd be like this update you have to pay for. Still DLC that way, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know what
I mean, at the end of the day, I've got a whole new enemy to fight. So long as it's not fucking 16 quid.
A cool method.
Don't be stupid, bro. Sell it for like 8 quid. Don't be mad. Don't go mad now.
What a cool way of doing it would be is if you pay for the DLC, which is like an update that you get for the game, but only you get it if you pay.
Yeah.
And then, but like, so all the enemies, the new planets, they're all only for people that have bought the DLC. Even your mates can't play with you. But if you want to play with your mate and he hasn't got the DLC, you go back and play the non-DLC. But any like cool gear or customization you get from DLC, you can still wear in that. So people have seen it and go, "Oh, how'd you get that?" It's like, "Oh, you have to get the DLC, bro." Yeah. And it's a good way of advertising, but also a good way of not feeling like if you got the DLC and your mates haven't, you're fully on your own. I mean, you are when they can't play with you, but it's like, oh, I'll come jump on one of the old planets. We'll liberate some stuff that's not been done. Well, we should definitely get it at some point. I really want to play it like together though, like as a thing.
The thing with it is like you get weekly tasks, so you either have to stop an invasion of why can't I say that fucking word? Automaton fucking planet, or you'll have like a thing where you got to invade.
Think like tomato, but then add an N on the end, like automaton.
Automaton.
Yeah. Perfect.
That's horrible. That. But yeah, like so you get tasks daily and shit of certain things you got to kill anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna play that game definitely.
Still keep it fresh.
It's like 35 quid, isn't it?
It's worth it.
I know. I've heard nothing but good things about it. And there's a little co-op, jump in, jump out. Yeah, bashing back on that. Me and Richard love shit like that. It's just we need to find the right one. And so we can just jump on. There's no real commitment. You can play it without me. I can play it without you, but we can just jump on together. And
it is good. It's a half hour in and out adventure.
Like Rick and Morty. Yeah. Quick adventure in and out, half an hour.
Half hour, you can do it.
People were saying that about The Boys. You know, Rick says to Morty like, jump through the portal, quick adventure, half an hour, and then like it's really not. And they throw that's why it was like when Butcher said to the very first season when Butcher says to like Huey, like just go and plant this bug in Vault Tower, quick adventure in and out, and it's like 4 seasons later, and like the world might end, and it's like fucking hell. Yeah.
I've still not caught up,
mate.
That's my next thing now. I've now finished Mr. Robot. I've literally finished it this morning.
How far behind are you on The Boys? Out of interest, we're not going to talk about it too much because I do love to keep your.
I think I'm halfway through season 3.
But to be fair, that is a bit. But it's good because I thought if he was on season 2, I'm like, bro, there's some sick shit you need to see,
mate.
But
this is what I mean. I've kind of timed it perfectly for me to watch the finale when everyone else watches the finale.
I timed it perfectly. I haven't watched any of it, and I watched the first 3 seasons. Season 3. Is season 3 what's he called? Jensen. No, it's a character. It's not a secret reveal. It's a character that we'd see on a poster. It's nothing bad. What's his name?
Yeah.
Jensen Ackles.
Yeah, I know who you mean.
Like,
season 3.
Yeah, that mate. That season is fucking sick. And I finished that and was like. Then they announced the date of season 4, like not like a week later or something. And I was like, well, I'm now The Boys fan. When are we eating? And it was like, boom, here you go. I was like, sick. It was a while away though. It was like under a year, but quite a while. And I was like, fuck. Well, it's like now happening. So yeah, it was like, yeah. But it was just like the perfect time because even though I had to wait, I caught up and I was sat with everyone like waiting for the next one. It was that good that one time I was like drunk, I came home and didn't know what to watch. So I just watched like all the sick fight scenes. I was like skipping ahead, finding them. And I was sat there like, yeah, I wasn't even watching the show. I was just like a football match. So I was getting really into it. Like, obviously I can't say which fight scenes because I don't want to spoil anything for you.
Yeah.
But there's just some great stuff, man. Like, yeah, it's just some great stuff. Let's put it that way. If you haven't watched The Boys, watch The Boys. It's not about boys. It's about superheroes and politics and
about the friends.
corrupt
It's
capitalism.
about the friends they killed along the way.
About the friends he killed along the way, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's that show that you kind of know it's going to go there and be a bit like, it's gory, but like you also know it's going to be a bit like ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like they'll mess with like sexual themes or like silly themes when it comes to violence.
Yeah.
Like if they see a violent scene and it seems a bit goofy, they intended that way and that's what they're known for. But they don't lean it too hard. Like sometimes I forget it's that show. Like it'll be really serious or I'm really into the plot and then suddenly like there's like flying sheep or something. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, yeah.
Characters.
Yeah, yeah. But it's handled quite well. It doesn't take me out of it. I don't feel like, oh, it's gone to shit now. Like some of those moments, like the cartoon character, it's really good with the Black Noir. The show is great. The show is great. It makes it like more enjoyable.
Well, I've got tomorrow. I've got today and tomorrow to do it. Oh, I think.
Do you feel like you'd have to watch it all again to get to remember?
No, I'm gonna rewatch it from season 3. I'll just watch the recap on season 3. Watch through season 3 and 4.
The season 3, mate. That's the one. That's when I was like,
that's what
bro.
I mean. Because like I can't just now pick it up halfway through season 3. I'm gonna have to start it again.
Yeah.
Like because I'll be lost, mate.
It's really annoying me what his character's called.
I can remember what mostly happened in season 1, but I can't remember.
To be fair, season 3, the recap at the start of season 3 will cover it all. Soldier Boy, that's his name. Yeah. Thank you. That was going to really piss me off.
I remember him.
He's mint, man. I already love Jensen Ackles. He's great in Supernatural, even though I don't really watch it. He's just good, and they very much laugh at himself. He's a great guy.
Do you know
but
what?
Then he played that character. When he played that character.
Do you know what I reckon he should be as well? I reckon he should, if they've ever Dead Rising do a season or something like that.
I think he'd be a good guy. He doesn't look anything like Frank West, but he'd be a good guy.
He has got to be the main guy that just starts making shit out of everything.
He could be the guy from the second one, though.
Yeah, he could be the guy from the second one. Yeah, he could be the guy from the second one.
What?
The second Dead Rising game where you play the dad.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah.
Yeah, like, that'd be good.
In my head, I could just picture him being that guy.
I'm trying to think who would be Frank West, if they did a Dead Rising game. It needs to be someone with that, that Bruce Willis style action hero where he's like...
Who's the guy with
do you know what?
Do you know what? Really tall guy.
Vince Vaughn.
Yeah.
He's a bit older now, though. I don't know if he'd be able to bust it. Vince Vaughn. That'd be crazy. You know he's like, why are all these zombies everywhere? What are they doing? Oh, my God. Like, that way he talks.
Now, you've said that. He does remind me of Willis a bit.
Yeah, because Frank West as a character, it's like unlikely hero. He's got a slight beer belly. He's a photographer. He can maybe fight his way out of something, but he's not like well hard. And they need someone like that. Like, the guy that plays what's his name now? He plays I'm bad for names today. He's in Stranger Things, but he's also in Black Widow, and he's gonna be in the Thunderbolts. David Harbour.
Yeah, the guy that's married to Lily Allen.
Lily Allen. Yeah, it's crazy. I know. I know. I've done that for a while because I saw their house tour video on YouTube once, and it was like, welcome to our home. But yeah, he'd be a good Frank West with the right hair. Because he's kind of got that, like, I'll knock you out, but I'm really not planning on fighting anyone kind of attitude. Like, he's an unlikely hero. Sort of like one of those guys would be good. Ron Perlman's a bit old, but that would be good.
Bro, was it?
All these zombies in this mall.
Am I tripping, or was there a cowboy character in Samurai Jack? The big cowboy guy.
I think sure it was.
Big, like, there's like big.
Samurai Jack, for a second I thought of Afro Samurai.
Yeah, there was that guy, he had like really thin legs and he was just built massive at the top.
I think so.
And he was like green and he had really shaggy hair.
Yes, that was that.
Yeah.
It wasn't a Viking, was it? No, he was a cowboy.
Yeah, I swear that was Samurai Jack. Yeah. He would be sick in that as that guy.
Yeah.
In my head, I closed my eyes, thought of him, seen that guy.
Yeah, well, that would work. Or who else? I don't know. I can see someone looking like Frank West in my head from Dead Rising, but I can't think who. Just sort of like a schlub. A bit of a schlub of a man. Just like, I don't know.
Chris Pratt before he went to Hollywood.
Yeah. But then he's also a little bit too young-faced. It needs to be a bit like... like a Cockney, a London version of it. It'd be like Danny Dyer now. He's gained a bit of weight. Have you seen him? Ricky Gervais. He's too funny.
He's too small.
He's too small and funny and like... You can't take him seriously. I couldn't have him be like...
You couldn't take Frank West.
Imagine these zombies!
Yeah, imagine Ricky Gervais trying to do like a victory laugh.
He's like, zombies, yeah? Like, ooh, I don't know. Zombies. Awkward.
Awkward?
Yeah. I don't do zombies. Yeah.
Oh, strange.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always do think about like video game casting. Like if they made a movie of a video game, who would they get?
Oh, bro, like watching. I'm just looking at Hideo Kojima's fucking Twitter, bro. It's just
I've got him on Instagram.
fantastic thing enough, bro.
He always
Like,
just posts with bare random shit.
He's
Like,
got Doom Boy in now as well.
who?
He's got Doom
Oh,
Boy.
Chalamet, Shabladu.
Shalalamain, mate. Shabalamain.
Timothy
He's
Chalamet.
got him writing. He's got him in the studio,
know that.
bro. With fucking
Is he in-
Purnell as well.
What is he in?
Is it
Death
for
Stranding
that
2?
OD?
Oh, it's for OD. Yeah.
I don't know what it's for. It couldn't. It might not be for OD. That's what I'm saying.
He
though.
also just posts.
That motherfucker's just.
No, but he also does. No, he also does post a lot of. He's very much a praise singer of other things.
Yeah,
he
he
often
is.
posts like video games that he has nothing to do with that he likes, and he also poses with celebrities that he thinks are cool. And he's got quite a good taste. Like I always think, yeah, go on. But he's not. Doesn't always mean he's working with them, unless you've seen Shabladu headphones on with him or something.
No, because
It might
I
have-
remember when Elle Fanning, right?
Yeah.
She posted it before it got announced. She posted a picture of her in Hideo's cage.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying he doesn't pose with
Hold
people he
on.
works with. I'm
Hold
just saying.
on, I didn't finish what I was saying.
I know, but I don't
He
think
was.
he's getting
She She posted a picture of a dirty hand towards a camera
Mhm.
of her in Hideo's cage. So if you knew, you knew. Basically,
I get that. But
it was before Death Stranding 2 got announced at all.
yeah. But
Like,
that
completely.
But that doesn't mean that if he poses with, it's the opposite. So what you're saying is she posed, clearly she's doing something with him and then it got announced. But I'm saying that doesn't mean that he doesn't often pose with people that he's not working with.
Yeah, no.
Just
I get
because
that.
that he does when he does doesn't mean he. I'm just saying because there's so many things he posts on his Instagram, and 70% of the time they're nothing to do with projects.
No, it's
But it
just
doesn't mean that they might not be. It doesn't
No,
mean they're not.
I don't give a fuck until I see them with equipment. and
Yeah, that's what I
stuff.
was getting at before when I said, "Did you see him with headphones on or something?" That's cool. But I'm just saying it could be
You
something.
seen Purnell? She's got
Who's
something
Purnell?
going on. The girl from Fallout.
Oh right, yeah.
I think her name's Purnell.
You know
Is
she's in
her
Kick-Ass
name
too.
Purnell?
She's in Kick-Ass too. She's when Hit Girl, Chloe Grace Moretz or Chloe Moretz, Hit Girl from Kick-Ass.
Yeah.
When she's not being Hit Girl and she tries to be a normal girl because she's getting older, she goes to like a girl's slumber party and they're all horrible to her. One of the girls that it's her from Fallout.
Crazy bit.
I watched the Miss Sunday Movies video on it, and yeah, they just pointed out and I was like, no way. I thought they just got her for Fallout. I didn't realize she did other stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no. I'm convinced he's got more than just OD in the work. The guy plays 5D chess, bro.
Yeah, he's very
Not
clever
even on
man.
4D, mate. He's
He
on
also looks
5.
about 30 years old, but he always has my entire life. It's crazy, isn't it? It's
He's
crazy.
never playing Hideo Kojima again either. He said.
Really?
Yeah, he said that. He said, "Would you ever reprise the role of Hideo Kojima and as Hideo Kojima?"
Yeah.
And he was like, "No."
Yeah, but he also says funny stuff as well. Like
Yeah.
he's quite
Yeah,
an
his
interesting
Twitter's
man, isn't he?
entertaining as fuck.
He's very interesting. Like
Yeah.
he'll say stuff, and I'm like, that's a cool thing to say.
He's very critical of things.
Mm.
There was a
Yeah.
thing where he was just burning on something.
Yeah, he's got his own
What it
opinions.
was.
It'd be cool if like they just like Konami just failed miserably, and they gave like the rights to Metal Gear Solid back to Kojima Productions, and we got a brand new Metal Gear Solid from his team.
No, it's what we need.
That would be amazing. Like, I don't even care if he tries to reboot it. But knowing him, he'd reboot it in like a parallel universe. Like, it'd be all madness. But I wouldn't even care. I don't need a sequel to Metal Gear Solid Phantom Pain. I don't need that. I'd take it, but I don't need it.
Do you know what, mate?
That'd be so cool.
Sunk 300 hours into the last one.
Phantom Pain.
Still didn't finish it. Still
That
haven't
music.
finished it. Bro, still haven't finished it.
Did you get
In all
distracted?
No one
seriousness.
technically has. The final mission was removed from release.
Mm.
The issue is, I'm
Technically, no one's finished.
Well hard to platinum. You've got to go on that online thing.
yeah,
and
you
wait-
gotta wait for everyone to give up the.
Yeah, everyone's got to give up their nukes at the
It's
same
happened-
time.
it's happened
Happened before,
sometimes,
yeah, but I don't think it happened to me.
bro. Like, I'm such a side quest warrior.
I was about to say you've been going on side quests. That's fine.
No, I
Games
can't help
are
it.
designed for you to be distracted by your main path and do other things as well. But what I tend to do, and same with Richard, is like do the main thing, get it over and done with.
No,
Decide where to do the side stuff. But you're playing it the more intended way because developers want you to like, oh, a main thing happens, but oh, then we're busy doing this now and like get distracted.
bro.
It's actually good.
I sunk 500 hours into fucking the Viking Assassin's Creed
Valhalla.
Valhalla, right? I sunk 500 hours into that, and I did it
500 hours.
all of it,
You
bro.
knocked the minion over.
Oh.
I did all of it, bro. Like all of it, mate.
That's
Found
nuts.
Winnie the Pooh, you name it, mate. I did it all.
Find
mate.
Winnie the Pooh.
I found it all, bro. I got all the collectibles.
Yeah, you have to line them rocks up, don't you, to make
Yeah.
a picture and all sorts.
Lining the rocks up, mate. Never do that again. Never give me a puzzle like that again. Nah,
Place Hellblade then.
I've done that as well.
Hellblade 2.
Both of them, you've got to line up.
You
Yeah.
do. I've only played the first one. Where have you played
Yeah.
the second one?
I've not played the second
Oh, but yeah, you probably will.
I've done it.
first one.
I've done it.
I only played the first one as well.
It's
I always
good.
get about halfway through and I'm like, fuck this game. Man.
I
Yeah,
did that
no,
with one.
you're right.
I didn't finish one. Got halfway through and thought, fuck
It is
it.
like that.
It's a good game though. Don't hate it. Just
No, yeah, it's a beautiful game.
get a bit like.
Can't wait to see what the team actually does when they step away from shit games.
See, now, what it is, right? It's more like, as well, the sound design.
Yeah, it's more of an
Sound
experience
design
than
of
just
it
a
is-
game.
Yeah. It's not a game to play where it's like, you're expecting to be like,
That's why I got put off it after a while because I realized I'm fighting someone, and the game looks amazing. It's beautiful.
It's
I love the
built
art
as an
style.
art
I love the
form.
sound. However, I'm fighting someone, and the fighting mechanics are like this level of interesting, and I can get bored of that quite quickly. Everything else looks and sounds incredible. The story's interesting, but I'm like, if the game's gonna be do a bit of this stuff, then the puzzles, which are all right, and the gameplay loops is going to be stuff like this. Even though everything else is top tier and it's a great experience, the game is sort of like how to put it, the part of my brain that with a game looks at features and what we're actually doing here and what mechanic was robbed from somewhere else or what mechanic was inspired by, what's limited by the engine. All that starts to come in. I start going,
look,
yeah,
right,
I could just go watch a film that looks this good and then just not have to try.
See, the issue is, right? The issue is that you're thinking too much into it, right? If you just want it, like, you need to view a game like that as like a piece of art. So like, Little Nightmares is the same fucking thing. It's a piece of art.
Yeah, but it's like
it's a very limited thing.
I own and have completed both of them.
Yeah,
it's
like you only
but
do a certain set amount of fucking things. There's only a certain amount of the abilities that you play with. There's only certain additions that get added to.
I agree.
Even in Senua Saga 2, there's barely anything that gets added to the gameplay because it's built
100%.
so that you're there to experience.
There is one key difference though, because Helena's, what's it called? The sacrifice. Senua, that game, because that looks so good and sounds so AAA next level, my brain expects a next-gen gaming experience to go with it, which it doesn't have. Now, Little Nightmares 1 and 2 look amazing, but they're not next generation. They're not trying to look real. They're an artistic style of choice. There's not like a human face. It's more like a Tim Burton CGI type deal, which looks amazing, but it's not next gen. So because the gameplay is just platforming and puzzle, my brain knows where we're at, and we stay in this sector of, I'm playing that type of game. It's really cool for that reason. I complete it, I turn it off, never play it again. But with the other one, Sayuna's Sacrifice, whatever it's called, because it's like the graphics are insane, the sound design's insane. When I notice that the gameplay mechanics, even though it's meant to be enjoyed as more than just a game, that loop doesn't quite match that next gen. I feel like it's just the world's prettiest cheap plastic puzzle toy. Yeah, and that's what takes me out a bit. And yes, I do appreciate it as a piece of art. I still watch the cutscenes and think this is fucking well good. But the person that's playing the game, that is me, that part of me, starts to feel bored.
So what did you do doing fucking Stay Human then?
Stay Human.
You ever play Detroit, Stay Human?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what
I
did you
really
do
enjoyed
with
the
that?
story, but because you only really walk around and then pick stuff, I was kept interested by the fact that choices actually give you different
That's
endings.
exactly what Senua was doing. It just
Doesn't-
added a bit of.
It doesn't
fun
have
to the-
choices in it.
It does have choices.
Not to that extent.
Well, I get that.
Yeah, but
like,
that's why. But
still.
exactly that whole difference, that extent, is the bar that wasn't reached in terms of engagement for me. That's all I'm saying, is that I lost interest in that Sayona Sacrifice game, because as much as I appreciated it and loved it as a piece of art, I didn't feel engaged enough in the core gameplay loop. Whereas with Detroit Become Human, again, that's a game I'd never play again. But even though I liked it, that was a story that I had to stay invested in because I was dictating what the story was.
Here's my argument.
That's my
Jake.
point. Do you know what I mean?
Here's my argument. What it is you expected too much, and that was your problem.
Because it's not a
Not the
conscious
game.
choice. I don't go into it asking anything of it. I'm self-analyzing when I became bored. I'm playing it completely. This is sick. Playing it and end up getting halfway through and not playing it again. And then I analyze the data and go, why did I do that? So I'm just describing my subconscious reaction. It's not actually that I'm not going into it expecting too much. Maybe I am subconsciously, but it's more that I just know myself and I think it's a sick game and I enjoyed it to a certain point. And then the part of me that's playing the game starts to need a bit more. And that's just the type of gamer that I am, I guess. Like, Metal Gear
say-
Solid is great
I'm
because the
just- I'm
cutscenes are
just
really
gonna
long and it's a
say-
beautiful piece of art, but then you get to actually do all this sick stuff that ties in with it and it keeps me engaged.
I'm just gonna say that the game never lied, never said that you
No,
had.
no.
It
didn't.
It is even advertised as an experience. rather than a
100%.
fucking game.
And also, you have to understand that
So, like,
as I grow and learn from things like that,
Yeah.
when I now can spot a game like that a mile off, and I
Yeah.
still sometimes play them, but I'll go, this is one of those games where it's all beautiful and really engaging. It's like a film, but don't expect a brand new next-gen gameplay mechanic or the ability to do something you've never done
but I
before in a
don't-
game.
see, I love games like that
Mm.
because games like that are what
They're
like,
just a different category, innit?
when people are serious, like developers like these, they're very serious where they're saying that the game is an art form. It is an art form.
No, I don't.
And
It's not
they
lost
are-
on me. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
certain. It's like the same way that, like, I've played a really, really, like, 10 out of 10 rated, really good puzzle game,
Yeah.
but it's never, unless it's really tricky for it to be a really engaging game for me as well because I get bored of puzzlers sometimes.
All I'm saying is these.
Same
guys,
with games like that. Sometimes I
these-
get bored of playing them. That's all.
All
it
I'm
is.
saying is these guys are like the Michelangelos of the gaming fucking.
Yeah, I
development
understood-
world,
I've always
where it
understood
comes
that.
to- where it comes to
Mm.
like graphics and just building
Mm.
the game in general,
Yeah.
having the sound design the way it was as well,
Mm.
where you had voices coming from behind
But-
you, the side of you. Even the subtitle design was great.
Yeah.
the way it was accessible.
But this is the
as
problem.
well.
I think you're missing the forest for the trees because what I am not misunderstanding what makes it great. I'm just saying that the gamer in me, I know when I no longer become stimulated enough to get through that beautiful piece of art because the person playing a game as well, because it's still a game, even if it's more of an experience, it still involves gameplay. You still play it. It's not an interactive movie. It's a game. And I just know what I'm like. And sometimes a game will come out, like Until Dawn. I own Until Dawn. I own that. What's that new one that was like set that came out? The Quarry.
Yeah,
I own them
Quarry.
games,
Yeah, they're
And
fucking
I've
great
not
games.
played The Quarry again since. It's because I know it's mainly a story with choices and stuff. It's really good, and I know that there's some gameplay involved and reactionary stuff, quick time events. But I need to be in a very specific mood to play an interactive experience that's very different to picking up. There's so much of me in the gameplay I have a relationship to.
See, those are the only
It's just
games,
about taste, isn't it?
Those
Like,
are the only games I can play without having anything on in the
Mm.
background.
Yeah.
Like I am fully.
yeah, you
invested
have to
in
be
it.
with it. You have to be really. Otherwise, it's not like when you're playing, like, say, Tetris, and you can
Yeah.
just move the pieces around.
Yeah,
There's
it's not a
you are
casual-
part of the story. You're invested. It's why it's good. I completely agree. It's just kind of the way it goes for me.
Did
Like
you
I
hear,
just
by the way, that they might be working on a new LA Noir?
that'd be cool.
I fucking can't.
First
wait.
one was pretty good. It's just I don't know.
Oh man, I can't.
I got a bit
wait.
bored of that as
And
well. But
just
that's
a big
just
tech demo on it.
I
Yeah.
fucking loved that game though.
yeah.
I went and found all the classic cars, bro.
I do like
I
the videos
was
where people are like
Spinning
playing
around.
LA Noir, but like believing everyone. Well, what anyone says, just believe it. It's like a believer run, and then there's a don't believe anybody run and things
Yeah.
like that, or doubt everyone run.
Yeah,
It's good.
they're fucking so good.
Yeah, my ex loved that game. Like, he's obsessed with it, and so I was like, it's good, but like,
The aesthetic was great as well.
It's-
They
they
built
should-
that
they
world
should.
so well.
if they're gonna do another LA Noir, they should keep the detective stuff, maybe throw in some new cool stuff. But instead of making it like Richard said, like a tech demo, a concept thing, just go right. We've got Cowboy GTA popping off with Red Dead. We've got GTA popping off with GTA. Let's make an old school, like detective-y era GTA.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Go on.
I'm fairly sure it said that it's going to be a sequel, direct sequel.
I'm not sure. I've seen the
You're the one
information.
telling us about
No,
it.
but
It's like
I have
direct-
seen
No,
what you're
that's what I'm
saying.
saying. Like, I just if you want, look up the article. But I just remember seeing a thing saying that they were.
Well, I have
they
heard
were
about it.
thinking of working on LO Noir 2 as a direct sequel.
Yeah, well, I've heard about it, but I just don't remember if it said it was a sequel or not.
Yeah.
I just
thought
knew it was
that
getting like a follow-up game, but whether it's going to be a sequel too.
Yeah.
Rockstar apparently confirm it.
Yeah.
As a sequel.
I'm fairly sure they said it was going to be a sequel.
Oh wait, hang on. Not quite the return we hoped for. Can you just scroll down a little more?
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah.
I really would like to see it come back. I need a game with that aesthetic again, like Mafia style aesthetic, like good 1950s
Mafia
film.
1 and 2 were
game.
good. No, Mafia 3 was.
There was plans.
Godfather games were amazing.
I was about to
You know
say.
what?
I was about to say that. Oh, I was waiting for my chance to speak, and everyone went all the way around and just got to what I was going to say. We need another Godfather game. The Godfather games were sick, bro.
Yeah.
Man, that's the only game where I died from straining myself. My guy had the lowest health he could possibly have.
Yeah.
And in the game, when you grab someone, you press the right stick back to pull your punch back and right stick forward to throw a punch. And I pulled it back and he just died. I was like, a guy who strained himself to death. No, there is, right now it said in 2012, there was plans for a spiritual successor, got cancelled. And then they haven't really announced another thing yet. It's a clickbait article. I saw it too though and believed it, so it's not your fault. It's saying that GTA Plus subscribers on GTA Online can get an LA Noire outfit.
That's really, really shocking
So it's
news.
But
part of the dead internet.
yeah,
That's really
but
upsetting.
also it could be that could be like a hint towards them making something.
It would be nice. Like, it would be nice to have it back.
Wait, whoa.
So,
Oh, GTA Plus is like well not worth it, but at the same time they give you $5 million to spend.
yeah. It doesn't go far on GTA Online though.
Yeah, I
does
know.
it?
I've got 30 mil in my bank just chilling.
But the worst bit about all that is, for a fact GTA Plus is going to be a requirement for GTA 6.
Yeah.
That's a
You're
good
not
point.
going to be able to
100%.
play
I never thought
GTA
about
6
that before
online
until now.
without GTA
I
Plus,
never
mate.
thought about that until now.
100%. That's really upsetting too.
But then again, bro, because obviously I'm going to buy GTA 6, obviously, and I'm going to play it, and it's not going to need online first. I'm going to play it, and if it is what I'm expecting, if it is as good as it's going to be, if it is like, because they're saying the graphical difference between GTA 5 and Red Dead 2, the gap between Red Dead 2 and this is going to be bigger than that gap. And Red Dead 2 is a beautiful game. It's one of the most beautiful. It's one of the most beautiful games. It hasn't even got a PS5 version. And it's one of the most beautiful games I've ever seen in my life. It's insane. And if GTA 6 is not only going to look better than that, but it's also going to be a bigger improvement than Red Dead 2 to GTA 5, holy fuck. Also, I always say this to people, Red Dead 2 works looking so good because you have to move. You move around the map at a slow pace. Things can be rendered in really well. The memory of the console and the processor can power up such a great thing because even on horseback, you're not moving that fast. GTA 5 was a technical landmark when it came out because you can fling your body across the map or fly a Hydra plane at supersonic speeds and everything still looks pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
So that if they're saying it's going to look better than Red Dead 2 and you're going to be able to like jump in some plane and fly about and do all this mad fit, like people can be getting exploded across the room while someone else is shooting bullets, and it's a bit different to Red Dead. It's a little bit slower, isn't it?
Yeah.
So like if that's how it's all going to go down, and then I buy GTA 6, and even if it is 80 quid, I don't think it's going to be over 100 quid like everyone's saying.
I
It's
reckon it'll be
bullshit.
60.
They have to
quid.
know.
It'd be set now.
70 minimum. I reckon like they could. I think if they could get away with 80 and people would just buy it. But I think if they made it any more,
they'll
like everyone
definitely
chats.
they'll definitely have bundle versions.
Yeah, but the bundle versions are.
Yeah, that'll be all like that'll be where the £100 one comes.
But once I've done that and I'm playing it, if it is as good as it's meant to be,
the £100 one will probably include a
GTA.
lifetime GTA subscription.
No, it'd be like
it'd be a
online
year,
money.
it won't be a lifetime.
That'd be online money. Online
It's
money.
like a tenner a year in it, isn't it?
I
No,
don't.
I think it does say.
No man, it'll be online money, a
Monthly
free
fee,
car, free
Yeah,
car,
yeah, like a
free
shark
outfit
card.
and shit.
Keep them going.
Yeah, you'll get that fucking.
Bro, we'll all be on GTA 6 Online. All you need to do with GTA 6 Online to make it amazing is make the missions feel, or the things you do feel more like a story you can jump in and out of with your friends that happens in the online space. Instead of it just being like Ghosty Lamar's little cutscene of Lamar, then you go and do this really boring little task, and then that's over and you can do it again if you want. It's like, how is that anything?
Yeah, so like Red Dead had an online for their story online.
Yeah. They need
The
to think of a whole new...
the online for Red Dead really underrated.
Yeah.
It was
No, I've heard
really
good things.
It's a good stepping stone, I thought, for GTA 6. Because like saying they've got, 12 story missions
Yeah.
that are part of like a story. Start off with that, and over the years, like GTA 5 has done, you could end up with 1,000 story missions that people are just, like you were saying, just jumping in and out.
I think the best way to do it would be to think of a concept that a character could be wrapped up into that would define the structure of your like your online story mode. Because obviously you can just go around and do whatever you want, like on 5, like fly about, blow people up, create your own fun, which gets boring after a while. But you can still do that, let's say. But like when you make your guy, you fly in and you'll come into the city. So let's just say, I don't know, like how in Need for Speed Most Wanted for the PS2 and 360, how there's a list of races and you do normal races to build up rep. Then you're going up to be number 1. So there's a structure there, and it doesn't need any more explanation than that. You know what your objective is to get to number 1 and beat the guy that beat you at the beginning. So if you can think of a structure that a guy that lands in Miami would need to do, like a thing you'd need to do that would perfectly fit, like when you watch a movie like The Raid, where like the boss is at the top of the building and the guy's fighting his way to the top,
like a tower,
or Judge Dredd, like that, makes that. It's like once you've explained that, I now know exactly what this character needs to do, and it's fun watching him get there. Same with GTA 6. If they had a thing where it's like maybe you, I don't know, like Godfather, you need to become like the boss of the city by owning properties and things like that. They should give you more of an objective than just rep and level.
But then it also needs to fit in with the fact that there's also 6 million other people.
Yeah.
But there's servers, isn't there?
Going for it at the same.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
the servers are still gonna be like.
That's the one thing I've always thought slightly annoying about GTA 5. It's like, yeah, we can all do this thing, but like, we all own the same stuff. Like, no one's better than anyone.
The best way to do it would be to make it really, really hard to make money. But not just in a please grind or buy money off us to get this car. But I mean, no, but I'm not talking about that. Wait, that's what I'm saying. Not like it. It needs to be like, imagine a car was like 200 grand, right? But it was a bit more like real life. Like you could go and rob a shop, but you get like a couple of £100. And it's not. It's a very slim difference between putting it in place to make people buy the in-game cash, and also more of like a. It's hard to explain. It's like if you can find that perfect sweet spot where it feels like losing on a mission really matters because I won't have made this money that I'm trying to make, and then I end up in a hospital, but there'll be hospital bills, and like there's more consequence to how you play. Not so
They've
that
always
then
had hospital. You always paid for.
Yeah, but when did you ever notice your bank take a hit from getting killed? You ever go like, oh shit, I just died, I just lost the hospital fee. It's just it's nothing.
From, like, beginning of the game.
Yeah, it's nothing. If they start making, maybe if they make another getaway game ever, that'd be a cool way to do it. Like, so like, I know that you don't have hospital bills in London, but like in the sense of you've got a decent amount of money, but damaging your car and having to repair it, you'll notice that impact. They've never had it just right because things cost ridiculous. Guns cost, ammo cost ridiculous amounts.
Yeah, but think of how easy it is to wreck your fucking car in GTA, mate. Come on. Nah, there's no way it's sustainable.
Yeah, but then you just get in someone else's car, don't you? It's when you have started to play online and you've got your own car and you start... I don't know. I just think there's a way they could do it where it feels a lot more grounded in reality than what 5 is like.
What I want to see is...
Till the deluxe comes back.
Yeah. I want to see what the destruction's going to be like. Because, like, you know, like between the jump between 4 and 5, how mad the car damage change was. Like how
and still has the best.
Yeah, the way it like fully dents and that, and you can, especially with that DLC when they released that, you know, that armored tank thing that's sort of shaped like that, and it's got a gun on the top you can operate, and that proper puts dents in cars. You can shoot a car and make it into like a little fucking ball. Yeah. By bending it all in. You can't do that in 5. A little bit in 5, but nowhere near as much. Yeah. Like I want it so when you hit a lamppost fast enough, your car wraps around it. Yeah. Like, around it. Yeah. Like we are there now.
That's the kind of level of
on one of the leaks. There was someone looking at a car, like a developer, and the amount. Obviously, there's people are saying this isn't all stuff you can just do in game. Some of it, like, you know, like if you go on mods on GTA 5, you can open every door in your car at once by just putting in a command. But in the actual vanilla game of GTA 5, you can't open every door in your car with a button. Yeah, it's just a setting to like say like if your door swung open. Yeah, but like before online came out, it was just like you can open your doors and close them, but you can't like open your boot with a button. Like just naturally in game. But so people are saying this developer footage of 6 where all these things are doable. Like he's like just in the mirror and like not with his character, he's just like looking around the car and doing all these mad things, like opening like the glove compartment. It's saying you won't be able to have a button for all of them in the game, but the fact the car's designed so that when you crash, the glove compartment could break. Or when you have a heavy crash, your wing mirror could go wonky. All these parts are now movable and physical objects. So hopefully a crash will be crazy. Like really, I want to be, yeah, exactly. I want to be driving along in a police chase, go too near a lamppost, and my wing mirror gets knocked off.
Well, yeah, wing mirrors do get knocked off though,
but not as clean. It's almost like they are an individual object for a big crash. But
yeah, so like the lamppost would knock off as well with your wing mirror.
Yeah, same crumble every time, and it just doesn't have a wing mirror anymore. I'm talking like I'm driving perfectly fine car, not touched. The wing mirror gets knocked off. And you see it like just fly, like as in like poof, that bit of wire is just fly.
And then
off.
There's still a bit of the fucking
attached to exactly. It, like, that's what we want.
Like that on the side. Oh yeah, that would be.
I think it's time as well to step out of one of the things they've not next gen since they implemented it in 3 is when you damage your car too much, it sets on fire, it blows up. I want them to, and obviously if you go in water, that is different. It just stop working. If your exhaust gets wet, the car stops working. But I think they now need to bring in different types of crashes. So.
Like the engine flies.
I want to see a crash where we did oil last time, petrol in the last one. You can shoot the petrol. There needs to be crashes now where when a car, say you bump a car and stop and they flip and crash, there's petrol on the floor from where they crash, and you can shoot that and blow the car up. Like not just shoot the petrol tank and plan it all out. The petrol is just automatically spilled out naturally, and you can use that to blow up. Or you'll crash a car, it'll roll, it'll blow bits everywhere. There's petrol on the road, and it ignites on its own, like a car crash when like I need to get out of my car
from the
fires. Yeah, or just from like a scrape or a spark. not just a car getting damaged enough to set on fire and then you've got about 10 seconds or less for it to blow up. Other ways you can crash. So sometimes it'll be you fully wrap your car up, it's written off, but there's no explosions, no fire. You just climb out and that's it. See you later. And sometimes someone else sets on fire.
I like ones where the engine just flies out the car and that's it.
That's it. Yeah, like, exactly.
Sick.
Yeah. Or you could just like shoot someone's car engine and the car just stops because if you got a bullet in an actual engine, there's so many problems with cars you can have.
The drivetrain just fully comes off.
That's it. Just like change because the damage model in 5 was good. That it sets on fire when it's damaged, but it still feels better than it did in like GTA 3.
Flipping from crackdown, tire out.
Yeah. So many games need that in it. Like every time a game has that, it's well fun. Like I think one of the Just Causes had it fairly alright, but the problem what they do is they always have the tire can burst and it'll flip mechanic, but they always nerf the speed as you do it. So you'll shoot the tire, and instead of the car just flipping, the person will try and slow down, then it'll flip. So it always ends up being pretty not impressive. I want to be able to shoot it.
The AI will be too good. Just stare out of it.
Yeah. I think if you shoot the front tire of a car that's going on not on like a just moving dead slow, like on a motorway or something, it should just flip. It'd be so cool.
Yeah, because it would explode with the momentum.
Yeah. And the whole car should just go.
Yeah.
Even if they run it in simulation, it's not actually that realistic. Maybe in real life it doesn't happen very often. I don't care. It's a stylistic choice. I want the cars to flip when you shoot the tire. You know how cool that is? Imagine a helicopter's coming above you and you're on like a big bridge and the police are after you. You shoot a police car and it flips and it hits the helicopter and blows up.
Die hard, bitch.
Die hard, bitch.
Die hard, bitch.
Not yippee-ki-yay, motherfuckers. Die hard, bitch.
Don't care, mate.
That'd be so good.
Honestly, that was one of the hardest scenes in cinema history, mate.
Was that number 4?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, man.
You just threw a car at a helicopter? I ran out of bullets. That's the code. I ran out of bullets.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, Bruce, bro.
Yeah, man.
Honestly.
Guy's on his way out, isn't he? Bless him.
I love that guy.
On his way out with his... He's got... what's he got? He's got dementia. Yeah, he's got dementia.
We spoke about this.
We have. Yeah, no, I was just remembering because I've not thought about him in a while. Not
big
thought about him in a while.
Bruce Willis.
Not thought about Bruce Willis in a while. No, yeah, big him up. He was great. I grew up on Die Hard, man. I grew up on that shit.
Yeah,
so
I love him.
Enough said really on that. That's brilliant. Apparently he was warned not to do it though because they were like, "You ain't an action guy," and the director was like, well, "That's the point. Like, he's a cool guy. He's been thrust into a situation. He'll handle it. Like, and that's a great type of action movie, mate. I really want to see that film. What's it called? Is it called The Trap?
Yeah, Trap.
I banged on it before, but there's another trailer that came out. It's just very similar. Doesn't reveal anything new. But my God, do I want to see that film? When's it out? Can you Google when it's out? So I'm not on my phone.
Wait, what day is it?
Monday, the 15th.
Bro, you know what comes out in 2 days?
What?
Twisters, baby.
Twisters, I'm not that
bothered. Oh, I'm so ready for this film.
Is it a sequel to the one that was out when we were kids?
Don't know, but all I know is I know. No, I know. All I know is that
Bill... trailers come up and I'm like, I've seen this.
All I know is
that Bill Paxton's son's in it. That's all I know.
Ollie, he's asking a question and your answer is, all I know is this. And my answer is, yes, it is. So let me say it. I've got the actual answer he wants to hear. It is a direct sequel to it, yes. That's why it's called Twisters with an S, like Aliens. It's a direct sequel.
Twister when we were kids.
Yeah, Twister, yeah. And I watched that film with Bill Paxton and...
Did we go to the cinema?
I don't know. I had it on video after the fact. Maybe.
Well, I saw it in the
Maybe.
cinema.
They've got cows, bitch.
It's a great film. It is a great film.
That's what I'm saying. So, and I've all the reviews have been good about it as well. They've all said it's just a good summer movie.
I'm trying to like Glen Powell. I need to watch that Hitman thing. I'm trying to like him. Glen Powell, the guy from that Hitman thing that you said was good. Did you say that was good? Glen Powell's that guy that Hollywood's trying to make me like. He's all right.
Who the fuck is Glen Powell?
The main guy from Twisters. Him.
Oh shit!
He looks like Ken. Like Ryan Gosling doesn't act
like the guy from X-Files from Timu.
What, David Duchovny?
Yeah.
So he's really like he's a handsome fella. He's jacked. He's in these rom-coms with Sydney Sweeney, and he got a little puppy in real life, and he takes it on all these like press tours. He seems really likable. However, apparently that second one, Hitman, next to Anyone But You. Apparently he's really good in that, and it seems like something you'd watch, Richard. So I just thought you'd seen it. Is it a show or is it a film?
Oh, I watched that. Yeah, he was good in it.
Yeah, look, they're all him. They're all him, apart from the woman.
Yeah, he was good in it.
And I would watch something like that. I just thought it was something like Master of Disguise, like something we'd watch in it.
And Norbit.
Yeah, a bit like Norbit, except no, because in this film, his character is all these guys as disguises. In Norbit, he's not actually meant to be them all.
You know, like. It's funny, his face looks like it's so centered to the...
Yeah.
He's got so much face.
He's got so much face around his face.
He's got so much face, but his facial features are all right smack bang in the middle. Like, they're all really crunched up into one spot.
He looks like a customizable character that you made, innit?
He looks like a Lego man.
Yeah.
Like his facial features are like a Lego man.
He's also
got bare
apparently
head, but just such a little face.
He's apparently really nice and likable, and like his stuff
Yeah.
he makes is good. But he has one of those faces that I want to hate him straight away. But I feel like everything he's done, because no one else hates him, and that actually has watched anything he's done. He's in Spy Kids 3. No way. He's in Top Gun 3.
Yo, what?
Click that. I want to know.
2003.
It won't say it there.
He's got to be one of the kids, surely.
Just press that arrow and hopefully we'll find him. Yeah, he's long-fingered.
Long-fingered.
Oh, it's gone back in a circle. What was it called?
Go on to the IMDb. We're giving you an extra. We're giving you a longer episode this week, guys.
Yeah, we are, aren't we?
Yeah, we're giving you a longer episode this week.
Glen Powell in Spy Kids 3 played the long-fingered.
What the fuck?
Was he there then? All cast and crew. Third one. Yeah.
Oh, Alan Cumming, mate. What a guy.
Long-fingered boy.
Glen Powell Jr.
Copy and paste that long-fingered boy into Google.
Oh no! Yeah, there we go. Yeah, saved it.
Yeah, don't just search long-fingered boy.
Yeah. Yo, what?
Yo! As if he was in Spy Kids 3 as a kid.
Fuck off.
That's crazy.
That is mad. Bro, wait, is he on the right as well?
No.
That's not
He wasn't
him.
one of the main gang. I would have remembered that. Do you know the main guy from Spy Kids 3? Junie Cortez.
Yeah.
He's married to Megan Trainor.
I don't know who that is.
Megan Trainor, I'm all about that bass.
It's about the bass. No,
Yeah, her, they're married.
Yeah.
It's like, she married the Spy Kids dude. That's really random. But yeah.
That's a madness, that.
What's the madness?
That he's just in Spy Kids, that.
Yeah, no, sorry, it is. Yeah,
He's
it's,
just in
When he
it.
was 14.
yeah. He's in something else I've seen as well, but I can't remember what. But like, I didn't recognize him. I thought it weird that Huey from The Boys is in Scream, one of the Scream films.
Yeah.
I first forgot because I've seen them, but then I didn't think about him, and then he was in that. And
4. Scream 4,
is
isn't
it 4?
No, Scream 5.
It's one where he gets killed by his girlfriend, but
Yeah,
he's really
Scream
pissed off
5.
because it says, "This is how I get killed." He's like annoyed that he goes out that way. It's kind of cool. But yeah. On that note, I think we've had a good episode. Lots of
Yeah.
video games and talking about video
and
games
movies.
and movies.
Yeah.
Nice. Sometimes it's just nice to chat about what we're into.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
It is, mate.
Yeah.
It is, yeah. Next week, we're going to be rating movies and TV series best farts.
Best farts.
We're going to rank them.
Okay.
We can do that.
Sometimes it's about
We might
farts and
do it.
penises and shitting. Sometimes it's about
There's
movies
no
and
guarantee.
games.
We could.
It's a mixed bag.
Yeah, I've just got the. Do you remember that fart in Game of Thrones? That old guy, where like the mountain walked in the room and the old guy had just been chatting shit about the mountain, saying that he's a fucking thing, like he's a fucking abomination.
Was he
and all
nervous
that.
fart? Like
Yeah,
scared?
and then the
remember it.
mountain walks in, and then the old guy just goes like it's a proper little
I don't
fart,
remember
and it no one says a word.
Mm.
It's just his little fart.
There's an outtake from like Eastbound and I think it's Eastbound and Down. There's an outtake from a film with Danny McBride and this guy who I can't remember his name. And he, what does he say? I think he's trying to say like, what did you? Oh, he's like, what did you say to her? Or something like, he's like, what did you say to her? But before he does it, they want him to make a fart noise, so he goes, what did you say to her? And it just really makes me laugh. But anyway, I've been your co-host, Jake Callanan. That's Jake.Callanan on Instagram. My co-host, Ollie May, Ollie_Ventures Metal on Instagram. In the corner, as always, Richard Taylor, OJ Roach on Instagram. We've been great. You've been great.
You've been great. Yeah.
See you next week for another episode of Uwotcast.
Peace.
You what?